Welcome back to Reckless Banter. My name's Rain.
I'm Amanda.
I'm really happy I said Reckless Banter.
Me too.
Welcome to Reckless Banter. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, share, blah, 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 blah. Do it.
All the crap.
So we are here today. It's a Monday.
It is Monday.
Yeah. It feels like it's been a month since we last did this.
It does feel like it's been a lot longer.
Yeah.
Than a little over a week.
You just got back from Savannah, huh?
Yes.
How was that?
It was an amazing trip as always. Love Savannah, guys. Highly recommend it if you can get down there. It was hotter than fuck down there. But the good thing about it being hot as shit down there is there was like no crowds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there was like hardly anybody down there. Like we didn't have to worry about reservations for food. We didn't wait anywhere. Like it was great. So that's definitely a plus for going down when it's literally hotter than hell.
Was it
Down
really
there,
bad?
It was really bad.
Oh,
Yeah. It was really, really bad. There was I think it was Saturday, the actual temperature was like 96 degrees, but they said that with the heat index it felt like 115,
God.
which was like good night.
I can't tell you how over the heat that I am. Like,
Dude,
I never
hate
hated it more in my 38 years of life. Like, year 38, it's the top. Like,
it. It is like top tier hatred.
hated the most year
Yes.
38.
I feel like every year as I've gotten older, every year I hate a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel like
And
that's
then,
been me too.
the last like few years, so 38 would have been about the time where I'm just
Yeah.
like, you know what? From here on out, I just fucking hate it.
Yeah,
All of
there's
it.
no going back.
I don't like the heat. I'm not good in the heat. I don't like to dress for the heat. I got to make sure everything's shaved and fucking shit, and you're sweaty and you're
Yeah.
gross, and oh, it's just no. Give me the winter.
The only
all
thing
day,
I
every
like about
day.
summertime is being able to wear a short shirt and a flip flop. Or
Well, you wear that in
flip
the
flops.
wintertime
I have 2
anyway.
feet. I mean, yeah, but, it's more comfortable in the summertime.
Well, yeah, because you can't get much more naked than that, and even if you did, you're still hot as shit. So it's not
That's
really
true.
like
Yeah.
there's any reprieve.
And you're going to burn everywhere.
Dude, my shoulders are super pink, but I will say because I've been tanning for the past like few weeks just to
Mhm.
get a little something, it could have been so much worse.
Oh, yeah.
So much better, but yes, still got the heat. And I did, as somebody that burns constantly and
Mhm.
consistently, because I'm this bitch be white. Um, Dude, if you get burned, best thing to do is as hot of shower as you can stand it.
What?
Yes, I know it sounds ass backwards, but what it does is it ends up taking the sting out of it.
How?
So I'll have to look up how, but I swear, guys, I swear it works. And like I said, as somebody who's had multiple burns and throughout her whole life, multiple sun poisoning burns. There was one time I went down to Tybee and my sister made me wear a t-shirt the whole time because she's like, "You're not getting burned on my watch, bitch."
Mm.
Right? And I was so embarrassed, right? Because I was like right at that like 13 age, right? And everybody
Mhm.
else was like running around and I'm in this big nasty fucking t-shirt. But what ended up happening is I actually ended up getting sun poisoning on my face because the sun was reflecting, because she also made me wear a hat. But the sun was reflecting off the water onto my
Oh, yeah,
face.
yeah.
So
You can
when
get
I
snow
got
burned,
home,
I think.
yes, you can. You can. You got to be careful with that too. But yeah, my face swole up. There was blisters everywhere. I couldn't even put my glasses on
Damn.
for like over a week. It was awful. But I'm telling y'all, every time I get burnt or I start getting a little pink, that night I take as hot a shower as I can stand it. Boom, sting is gone. Trust
I
me.
have never heard that.
Trust me. No, because Tyler's a little white baby too, and he gets burnt. And he was asking me, he's like, "You get burned a lot?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, I do." And he was like, "Well, how do you make it better?" I'm like, "I take a really, really, really hot shower." And he was like, "No, you don't." Like, "No, no, you don't." I'm like, "No, trust me, just do it." And
That's
he's like, "Okay." Swear by it
That's
every
a
time.
fun
He's like,
fact.
"Yes, so
That's a fun
guys,
fact.
with summer still lingering, especially down here in the South, because we'll have a good summer still until what, mid-October. Um, if you get
Yeah,
burned,
probably.
take that hot ass shot, like as hot as you can stand it, and just let it hit it. I promise y'all, it'll do wonders.
I've heard a lot of good things about cold showers. And like you do like a
Yes.
cold plunge and the you sit in the bathtub with ice water for like 3 minutes or something.
Yeah, Darren got one of those a few years ago. He got one of those little cold plunge tubs
Mm-hmm.
outside, and of course, the amount of ice that it took to put in that damn
Oh
thing was a
yeah.
little excessive. Definitely took it over budget. But he did it a couple times, and then I did hear about like cold showers. Like I heard that people were saying like at the end of your shower, right, turn it to like real cold and like
Mm-hmm.
let it kind of because it does a lot of stuff for your like your nervous system and all those things. And I try to do that, and I end up getting it to about lukewarm, and then I chicken out because I like really, really hot showers.
If you just slowly do it. Honestly, the best is just to do just to
I
just
know, I
jump
know.
in.
It
You know.
reminds me of like just jumping in the pool when you're little, and it doesn't matter if the pool water is only like 71 degrees and
Right.
freezing because you're like, I don't care. But it's like as you get older, you're like, oh, but it's gonna be so cold though. Or
I'm
maybe
terrible
that's just
about jump.
me.
It'll take me forever to jump in a pool.
Oh yeah. But see, but I agree with you. Like I usually will like get into the pool till about like mid thigh or right above my knee, and then I'll just dunk myself in. But just jumping in, just no, that's awful.
It's always like going to the beach and getting in the water. It's always tough getting like once it starts, you know, kissing the nutsack. That's when it gets hard. Like to get in.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
getting the balls in is the worst part.
I would imagine. I would imagine the balls would suck. And I swear I think I'm very grateful that I don't have any of those anytime I'm in a pool. But I will also say that I can't remember the last time I went swimming in a pool.
Yeah, it's been a long. I'm not. I've never really been a fan of swimming. Like, I
Hmm.
like hanging out by the pool. I'd rather just sit to the side under an umbrella and drink beer. You know,
And just yeah, just
and
drink and watch everybody
conversate and
else
just
do it.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it does make it difficult to communicate with people when y'all are like swimming around or
yeah.
splashing or
I don't
bobbing
know.
or
I
whatever.
just I don't know. I mean, I don't mind being in the pool, but I don't know what it
It's
is.
not like your prayer like your
Yeah, like some
activity.
people just love going to the pool or the beach or
Yes.
whatever, and I'm just like, nah.
Yes, my sister is one of those people. She does not care. She just goes to wherever we're going. Do they have a pool? She does not care. That woman will go down to Disney World and just sit in the pool for 3 days and not even do anything else. And I'm just like, I mean, you could do that here for cheaper, but whatever. Um,
My grandfather used to take us to the water park in Myrtle Beach every summer. Like
mm,
back when I was a kid, me and my cousins from Pennsylvania would go to my grandparents in Oak Island,
mhm.
and we'd all stay there for like 2 weeks. And my grandfather would take us to, I think it was called Myrtle Waves or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And
Hmm.
we go there every year, and it was the best time.
No, yeah, I remember like well, and it was funny because like when I was little, we had a whitewater like maybe 25 minutes from my
Mm,
house, right? So
mm-hmm.
when we were really little, we spent a ton of time over at Whitewater. And then as I got older, I hated water parks. Hated them. I hated standing there, half shivering, half
Yeah,
naked,
that part
in
sucks.
line for like 2 fucking hours, right? And you're always sandwiched between the big old guy with the gut and the old lady
Yeah.
with the thing, and it's just always super awkward for me, and I hated it. Well, a few years ago, we all took a family vacation down to Universal, and we tried Volcano Bay, which is their water park down there. And they basically took everything that sucks about a water park and fixed it.
Huh.
And I cannot tell you how much I loved that fucking water park, and I hate water parks. But like, you didn't have to stand in line. You had a little tapo, is what they called it. I think they do it differently now, but you just tapped on the ride you wanted, and it would put you in a virtual queue and just tell you when to go back. So you're not just standing there,
Like it give
in
you a
line.
time to be there?
Yeah. Mhm.
No way.
Yep, and
Like
then it
what
would
if
go
you're on
off.
another ride during your time?
Well, you had like a window,
Oh,
right?
okay.
They would give you like a window. So, and then the tapo wouldn't overlap itself,
Yeah.
right? So
Wow,
if you
what
went and
genius came
tapped
up with
like
that?
I know, I was like, this
That's
is
some
fucking
What
amazing because
year
we were
was
just like
this?
tap, 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 tap,
Like
right? Like,
2040?
yeah, right. So the rides wouldn't overlap each other. So if you
Yeah.
went and tapped like multiple ones, it would just put it in,
Huh.
line and you had a little
Oh,
window.
I see.
But
Okay.
you ended up not having to stand in line, which I was like, check. That's fucking awesome because screw lines at a water park. That's terrible. And then the other thing that they had that I could have just been in all day is their not so lazy river. They have a lazy river,
Yeah.
but they have a not so lazy river where you're just in a life vest and you're just swept away in the current and stuff. And it was so much fun.
That's wild.
And it was it was so awesome. But yeah, I really like that one. Like, but
You ever
you
been to
know,
Carowinds?
we didn't. Tyler went to Carowinds a couple
So they
times.
have a water park, and I was there one time, way back in the first wife days, um,
Mm,
and
mhm,
me and a friend of mine were so like we were waiting in line for this water slide or whatever. I don't remember what kind it was, but
mhm.
like it was like the stairs like zigzagged up, like kind of around,
Oh,
like they
right.
zigzagged around, you know.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So like you could be at a lower level and people you could literally look up and people are looking over and everything. And we were standing in line and clear blue skies, nothing like that.
Mhm.
And
Right.
all of a sudden I feel this big wet thing fall on me.
Oh, no,
And I
no.
look up and it was some
Mm-mm.
kid spitting and his spit
Mm-mm.
hit me.
I would have ripped that little fucker's head
He was
off.
way too high. I could have never got to him, but
I would have found a way.
I'm telling you, I would I would still be in prison to this day.
Yes, murderous thoughts would have been just
Like
overveloped me because spit to me is so
it
gross
was it
to begin
was
with.
like the craziest moment standing there not being able to do
Oh,
anything and I'm just
no, death to that little fucker.
yeah, I hope he's on the
Death.
street right now.
He probably is because karma is a bad
Like
bitch. But yeah, no, death to that little
it was
fucker.
I like it hit me and I was just like, "Oh my
And
god."
how would you like? I mean,
Ugh,
I
almost
have
makes me
come.
gag thinking remembering it.
I know. I'm just like, oh god, spit. Don't do it. I don't like it. I can't do it. But I can't like when I was a kid. Like, yeah, we were shitty little kids, whatever. But we were never like super disrespectful like that. Like, I would have never spit on somebody or been disrespectful like that to anybody, no matter what. So I just can't imagine where the hell these little fucks get off thinking that they can just. It's because nobody's ripping them up and tearing that
Yeah.
ass, is what it
I
is.
mean, this was back in like 20
That would have been a minute ago,
it was like
right?
2013, 14.
Yeah, so, like,
So,
we could have still been
I'm going to
ripping
take
up
a
and
I'm going to take a wild guess and say this kid was probably 12 years old.
fucking
So
asshole.
now he would be old enough for me to fuck him up. Is what that's
Absolutely. And if you are out there and you are
yeah.
listening, you
Yeah.
little turd,
If you
I
were
hope
at Carowinds one day way long time ago and you
I hope
spit on a dude with a beard,
yeah, yeah,
a
I
bald
hope
guy with a beard,
I hope your ass always
yeah.
itches in the hole,
I
not
wish
on the
nothing
cheek.
but the worst for you.
That you never have enough toilet paper, that your socks always roll down, and you can never find your keys.
I hope one day you walk into a gas station and ask them if they have a bathroom and they ask you if you have fucking toilet paper.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. We curse your bloodline,
Yeah.
is what we do. That's awful. Because, like, there's being a dick, but there is being a
I
nasty,
mean, he could have.
gross.
I mean,
Ugh.
maybe I don't know. Like, drop a marble on me or something. Like,
right? Like,
Well,
it
that
would
might
hurt, but
hurt.
at least
That would
it's
hurt.
less disrespectful than
Yeah, it's just
spit.
gross because I had to wipe it
Yeah,
off.
yeah, and you're, like, wet, and then you're gonna get in the water, and then that's like, ugh, it's
God,
can't.
yeah.
Oh god, kids suck.
I got shit on by a seagull when I was a kid once.
My mom got shit on by a pigeon
I got
in
shit like right on
London.
top of my head, and me and my dad were at the beach, and it just like we had to walk to the pier, like to the whatever, to get
Right.
something to wipe it off, and it just ran down my face.
My hamster peed on my head one time,
Oh my
and it ran
god,
down my face.
jeez.
I think I'd take the hamster pee though over
Yeah,
the seagull poop though.
seagull poop
That's
was pretty bad.
I feel like that would almost get like a glue-like consistency
Yeah.
where you wouldn't be able to get it off.
Luckily, I don't remember.
That's good.
It was, yeah.
That is good. Yeah, no, we ended up staying just one night in at Jekyll Island. We had never been there before, and we spent like the morning and part of the afternoon there because we're not like huge beach people as far as like vacations go.
Hmm.
Like that's not something we would choose to do. Mostly one because I burn, and two, what are you just gonna do? Just lay there? Like
I'm
that
sure
seems like
Darren prefers not beach vacations.
yes, he does. He definitely does. But we ended up staying in Jekyll because they've got a sea turtle center there. It's the sea turtle center for the southeast coast, and so they had a bunch of stuff there, which was super cool. But we went on. They have a driftwood beach, and it's these huge trees that are just toppled over on the
Hmm.
beach, and there's just tons of them. I'll have to send you some pictures.
Yeah,
It was stunning.
that's really
It was
cool.
the coolest thing we've ever seen. I was just like, oh my, because like I had seen a couple pictures, but when you see like these big ass trees just on in their side and the roots deep down into the beach and all of
Hmm.
this, like it was so cool. It was super super cool. But they had a it was so funny because we were talking about it. We were driving around the island because it's a small island. But I was like, I bet this island would be cute as shit around Christmas time. With
Yeah.
like everybody decorated and lights
What was
everywhere
the
and
island called?
Jekyll.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of
Yeah.
that.
So we were at their little museum, which was super cute too, by the way. Because we're a sucker for anything with animals and anything with a museum. Like we're just suckers
Yeah.
for those things. And the lady was talking about, she was like, "Oh, she's like, y'all need to come back around Christmas time because they do a Holly Jolly Island where, yeah, like and it pretty much what I thought they would do. She was talking about they're doing, and then the trolleys will be all super decked out, and they'll do hot chocolate and Christmas carols and all that stuff. And I was like, that'd be really cute. And Darren was like, what, really just us? Or and I was like, well, we do have a grandbaby
Oh
coming.
boy.
And not this year because that's too soon and we're too broke ass, but maybe next year we could do like a little family weekend for Christmas down there instead of presents.
So when's the baby due?
He is due October 13th.
He.
Yes, we had a little baby boy.
Oh, October 13th?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yep.
I cannot
I'm
believe
gonna
that.
I same. Well, and we were looking when we were shopping, right, on River Street. Um, we kept looking at all the baby stuff, and I was like, we really need to start thinking about that kind of stuff, but we need to get like our own stockpile,
Yeah.
right? So we have stuff here. And Darren was like, it hasn't hit me yet. And I'm like, well, it better because we only got a couple months left. It's coming up quick.
Yeah, it's kind of hit like I didn't forget, but like I haven't thought about it, but it is getting closer.
It is getting closer. And I'm just like, oh
Man.
my God, what are we going to do? And then, obviously, like we're asking our friends who have two little granddaughters and they're young still. Darren was like, we don't like kids though. Like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, maybe we'll like this one. I don't know.
I'm sure you'll spend a lot of time with it.
I hope we do. I think we will, but you
So,
never
are you
know.
like are you ready for like to babysit like on a regular
Um,
basis?
I will babysit, but I'm not I don't want to get to the point where it's taken for granted
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
or we're used without
right.
asking cuz we didn't like no offense, but we didn't ask to be grandparents right now.
Exactly.
We just got everybody out from under our roof at least.
Hmm.
We're starting to, if it's only been the two of us for a short period of time. So,
Yeah, you
you
guys
know,
just
I
now like
right, like getting our stuff together without boys because when we first started dating we both had our kids, so our
right,
whole relationship has always been us and our children, and it's just been recently where we've been able to be like, okay, it's just us now, right? So we're just making plans for us, we're just cooking for us, we're just hanging out with us, and so I don't mind babysitting at all, but I don't want it to be a, oh, well, we can just leave him with them.
right.
Like
There's got to be what am I trying to say?
there's got to be like a plan. There's got like at least ask if we're
Boundaries.
available. Yes, like
There's
we
got to be
have to draw
boundaries.
that line of like, yes, we're willing to do it, but you need to give us a heads up because we do still, I mean, we got our own fucking things going, but I also
Right.
don't want to be like our parents. Our parents are shitty grandparents. No offense to them, but like
Yeah, you don't
my
want.
parents didn't babysit Zachary or keep him for the summer or over a weekend or anything like that. So it's like I don't want to be super shitty, but I also don't want them to like this is still your child. Like you guys decided to live this life. This is your life. This is not my life. I did not choose to have a baby.
How's
I
Tyler
went
feeling about it?
Darren said he seems really excited.
Really?
Yeah, he seems he said he's really excited, but Tyler, he's just like D, so he won't really say much about he hasn't really opened up about his feelings on the matter.
Yeah,
But he said every time he talks about it, he smiles and he seems pretty excited. And I was like, well, that's now. He's not here yet.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love my kid, but I was so terrified that Zachary would be like colicky or be like allergic to, like I was allergic to disposable diapers when I was a baby. So I had to have the cloth diapers and that scared
Oh
the shit
wow.
out of me, man. I'm like, I don't want to have to do cloth diapers. Oh my
Well, you
god.
gotta wash them and
Yes, like you got to like clean off the stuff and then wash them and like I didn't want to do the reusable diaper thingy.
yeah,
Now
that
they're way better than they used to be. Like back in the day it was pretty much just like a receiving blanket tied with a little pin through it, right? Like it didn't even, like it wasn't staying. Let's just be honest. So,
right.
and I was like, well, that makes sense to why I was mostly butt ass naked through all of my baby
Yeah,
photos.
nobody wanted to clean that shit.
No, they're like, you know what? Just let her go. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out
Give her a
later.
litter box.
Yeah. My mom said that I potty trained myself actually really fast. So,
That's so funny. Give her ass a litter box or send her
yeah,
outside.
she'll figure it. She's a smart girl. She'll figure it out.
Oh
I
my
did.
god.
I did. Fuck y'all. I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
you learned how to
See,
use a toilet
now
finally.
I see you also being one of those babies that little technical difficulties. They're redoing some power lines down the road, and I wonder if they kind of mess something up. Okay, but anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, I would imagine that you were a naked baby when you were little.
Yeah. I've never liked clothes. I mean, I just don't care for them. I don't even wear underwear anymore. I stopped wearing socks. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah. I'm
Just slowly shedding all the clothes, huh?
I'm down to 2 articles of clothing, not including my shoes or flip flops, which they're
Right.
typically flip flops.
Yes, yes, yeah. So
Maybe I'm a
basically, just the shirt.
caveman.
You probably are. Did you ever do any of that? Did you ever do like an ancestral DNA thing ever?
No, I would
You
like to.
should.
I would like to. It's kind of scary with the government type shit with that, but should I wear it? I don't know. Who fucking cares?
We
I
yeah,
should
at
do
this
it.
point, if
Yeah.
they want it, they'll get it anyway. We did a I didn't do I got cuz a couple years ago for Christmas, I got the four of us each our own
Oh yeah,
ancestry DNA kit
that's
for
cool.
Christmas. And
Bunch
I
of mutts.
chose yes, I I chose yeah, we absolutely were. I was actually quite shocked personally by my results,
Really?
but yeah, but I went with a private company, so I didn't do like 23andMe or
Yeah.
ancestry.com. Like I didn't do that mostly because I didn't want family members to find me, if that makes sense. Um
Find you after you doing this ancestry thing?
Yeah, because what they'll do is they'll link you up with other people that
Oh, I see, I see, I see.
yeah, and I have a horrible, tragic background, and so I didn't want certain people to
Hmm.
find me, right? If that made sense. So
Understandable.
I did, yeah, I chose to do kind of a little bit more of a private company, so it didn't like automatically do any of that stuff or anything like that, which I actually really enjoyed. And then you can also, when I keep meaning to do this, you can opt into the database um for law enforcement,
Hmm.
and you can opt in for your DNA to be put into that stuff because they don't the I know in the beginning when they were doing like genetic stuff as far as like unsolved crimes or Jane Doe's, John Doe's kind of things, they were doing it to where they would have their own. Now, this was not all, but they would have like their own account basically, and they would just like submit that DNA
Mm-hmm.
as quote their DNA. And after a while, people got really mad about that, and there was questions in a line. So now you can opt in your DNA for genealogy as far as the law enforcement goes.
I feel like you
Um,
would have an option at the other places for to be able
yeah,
to be found.
yeah. Everybody that I've talked to that have done um, one of the
Just
two
some random
names,
family member like, hey, can I
well,
borrow
yeah,
$20?
right, no shit. Well, my brother did it. He was adopted. My brother did it. My best friend did it. Her dad, like all the people that have done like specifically ancestry. I can't speak too much to 23andMe, but ancestry, they did not have a choice. Like they had a choice to engage with somebody, right? Like acknowledge them, but they didn't have a choice as far as it automatically linking it up because
Mm.
that's the whole purpose of
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
site,
Ah, okay.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's why I was like, I don't want that. I don't care for that part because like my brother, he had found a sister of his and his bio mom, and they turned out to be not so great people. So it's just like another shit thing, right? On top of an already shitty situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you want to find people, I think that's great. I did not.
I don't. I don't like necessarily care to find people. It's just more people I got to keep up with. I think. I like that's why I don't
No
care.
shit.
Like
Like I
I
don't talk to most of mine already. I'm not trying to
yeah.
not talk to more.
I don't really like when it comes to relatives and stuff. Like I don't really talk to. I don't have a. How do I say this? Like I don't really talk to any of them except my mom and dad. Like
Like your immediate family.
yeah, I don't have like a.
Yeah.
I don't have an ongoing relationship with like my aunt who I talk to a couple times a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I'm trying to
Right.
say.
Right. Yeah, no, I just really wanted it more so to where I wanted to know where I came from because even when I was younger, we were always taught like my family, they always prioritized being proud,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I'm proud to be an American, and I know who oh no, that's so wrong to say these days, but I am. I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm proud of, I'm a history buff. I look into that kind of stuff. So I was just like, I really want to know where else I come from to kind of expand, right? And I am no surprise. I am Viking, Viking, Viking. I am so white, it is crazy. But I did have, fun fact, I have 0.03% Nigerian. Just throwing that out there.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No, and
wouldn't. I wouldn't
it
mind finding out like where I came from. Y-
yeah.
my dad told me recently that so my last name is Dayton,
Right.
Dayton.
Mhm.
Um, my dad told me that before we got off the boat, our last name was Dotness because
Yeah.
I think I think my family comes from like England or the
Right,
UK,
right. Yeah.
and our name was Dotness, and for some reason they changed it to Dayton when they came over here.
A lot of people did that.
Really?
A lot of people changed their names. A lot of Jewish families
I wonder
changed their
why.
name. Well, either one because of any kind of racial issues, right? With having like a Jewish name or another name, right? Things like that.
They had racial
Um
issues back then,
yes.
like to that degree, like where you got to change your
Yes.
name.
Yes. Or it could be because it was easier. A lot of times, so like Darren, right? His last name is Honeycutt.
Mm-hmm.
But in during the Civil War, two brothers went to war, and a lot of times they would say their name to the person recording it, right? So during the Civil War, his line split into two different Honeycutts. There's the Honeycutt and there's the Huneycutt because
Oh yeah,
one of them spelled
yeah.
it right. Yeah. And then one of them spelled it wrong or different. So now there's like two branches. So you had a lot of that too, which is super fascinating when you like track that back, right? Or a lot of people would change their name because they didn't want, you know, their families to know where they had gone or where they had come into. So, I mean, there was a
Really?
lot of stuff going on
Yeah.
um,
I've heard
with
the
all that.
Cut thing. I don't
Mhm.
know. Somebody because I do know two other people with the last name Honeycutt.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was them or maybe Darren kind of said or mentioned some one time the same
Mhm.
thing that you just said.
Yep.
But Hunica, I have heard that.
Well, and it was so funny because when we were down in Savannah, they have a World War II monument down there for everyone, that perished during the war
Yeah.
from that county, and there's a Huneycutt
Mm-hmm.
on there. There's not a Honeycutt, but there's a Huneycutt. But it's so funny how you can kind of trace that back and see where the split happened. Like, okay, it was spelled this way until this happened. And now you have different branches of different families, but they're all tied to the same. And they, like I said, they were brothers. And one went into one and one went into the other, and they spelled it differently on the paperwork, and that was that. Which is crazy how easily
I'm
your
trying.
whole history can change just because they spelled it different.
Yeah.
you know?
It's I. It makes me think of the thing we've been talking about everybody is connected, and
Hmm.
there was something that I meant to remember it to bring it up because it
Mm.
completely like put it in my face of everybody is connected. I can't remember what it
Yes.
was, but regardless, that I mean, it's such an interesting. I don't know why we're not talking about that. Like we need to really like where does everybody come from?
Well,
Does that depend on your beliefs?
yes and no. I not actually,
I'm not
right? Because
actually
we
right,
all, right?
not technically,
But
but like
a lot of people, depending on how you believe humans came into existence,
right,
might
right.
hinder one way or another, right? Um, because it's just, I mean, I don't remember. I don't remember the story. I was watching one of my little history shows, and they were talking about.
I remember what I was gonna say.
Okay, go, because I don't want you to forget it again.
I'm pretty sure this was it, but either way, I wanted to tell you this.
Hmm.
So I don't think this has anything to do with it, but I'm gonna tell you the story anyway.
Okay.
So I was at the beach and I was coming back this past Friday.
Mhm.
And my plan was to leave at 7 o'clock because I had a job to do when I got back in town around 12.
Okay.
And I ended up waking up early that morning, like 5:30, and I was trying to go back to sleep, but I couldn't. So I was like, whatever, I'll get up and I'll just go early.
Mhm.
So I took a shower and all that, and I got all my bags packed up, and I went to take them out to the truck, and I realized I didn't know where my keys were.
Da-da.
And I spent an hour, a solid hour, looking for my keys. And like there was only so many places to look. There's
Right, right. Like it could.
the
Yeah.
bedroom I stayed in. We
Right.
we rode in my stepmom's car the night before. I know I drove my truck last when my dad and I went somewhere,
Mhm.
and whatever. There was only
Right.
so many places to look.
Right.
And I looked in all those places like 20 times. I was just going in a circle. Like
Oh no.
look, I would look in my room, I would look in all my bags, and then I'd go out to the living room, then I'd go to the dining table, then I'd go out to the cars, and like my dad was asleep when I was doing all this, and it hit like 6:30, and I was just so frustrated. Like if there's any time of the day that I am very irritable, it's first thing in the morning.
Same.
And I was just getting pissed off. And I kept trying to call my dad, but he was sleeping through it. And so I just decided to sit at the dining table. I was just sitting there, started scrolling TikTok just to get my mind off of it.
Right. Right.
And
That's good. Go to. Yeah.
finally, my dad gets up, and I'm like, I can't find my keys. And like, I was thinking, like, I'm pretty, because usually I leave my wallet in my middle console, lock the doors, whatever.
Right. Right.
But I was pretty positive that my keys and wallet were together.
Okay. Okay.
So I was worried that because we did go to this restaurant to eat the night before. So I was worried
Mhm.
maybe I left everything there, but
Right.
there was no way I took it out of my pocket. Like you know your
Yeah.
habits.
Like you just know. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then my dad started to help me, and we're both circling the damn house again. You know, he's asking me to check all these places that I've already checked 20 times. And all of a sudden my dad disappears, and I'm still looking and looking and looking. And then I come back in the house, and I walk around the corner. He comes out of the bathroom, and he's like, "You gave me the runs." like cuz I was worked up. He's like, "You
You
gave
stressed him the fuck out.
I stressed him out. He got the runs.
Oh no. Oh no.
Finally."
Stress runs are the worst. They're so bad. It's exhausting when you're done too. You know what I'm talking about. You're
It takes
just
every fluid out of your body.
drained of literally everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally
you didn't ask for that.
all
To do that to
fluids
your poor
drained.
daddy. Oh
Oh, you
god,
gave me the runs.
you're
but-
overheated and you're
Yeah.
like, take it close. Like,
Yeah.
it's just bad.
Everything's yeah.
Yeah.
But so finally, I swear to you, this was the 5th time I checked my bag, and like every other time I reached in. You know, at one point I did pull out the clothes, but I put them back in.
Right.
But this time I unzipped the bag, and I just like shook it.
just dumped everything.
Yeah, just dumped it. And then all of a sudden I see my wallet, and then I see my keys. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I look, Amanda, there's only so many pockets on this bag. I looked at every single one of them so many times, and it doesn't make any sense to me.
It's because you have a penis.
I guess. Yeah. 100%.
Because I swear something happens with y'all.
There's like a what do you call that? Like a miswiring.
Yes,
Like
something
it
is wrong
sparks.
to where there's like a natural veil over y'all's face.
Yeah.
To find anything in particular.
Yeah. And
And it's just one of those things where it's just like, "Oh my
it
gosh," and
drove
it
me
was in your damn
nuts.
bag. You dehydrated the shit out of your daddy, literally, and then they were in your bag, but an hour, like, that is so fucking
So it
frustrating.
took me an hour. And so by the time I found my keys, I was leaving at the time that I originally wanted to.
Right, okay, well, at least it didn't delay you too much.
But here's the best part. So
Okay,
every morning when I get up, I go to the store, I get me a big old Dr. Pepper.
nice.
That's my favorite, you know.
Love it.
That's my coffee.
Love
I
the
don't drink
pepper.
coffee. It's a Dr. Pepper.
Gotcha.
But I went to the store, like a regular gas station, and I go in and I get to the counter, and I could tell the lady was kind of bubbly, like she was like kind of cool. And
Yeah.
mind you, I'm still worked up from
Well, yeah, you're
trying to
because it
find my
takes a
keys.
while to calm your
Yeah,
nerve yours
it
down,
was
right? To,
crazy.
like, be a
And
normal human being again.
yeah, and the lady, she was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm doing all right. I just spent an hour looking for my keys, and I'm trying to get back to Charlotte." And she's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I hate when that happens." And then she was like, "Well, look at it this way. You spent an hour looking for your keys, but it might have prevented something else."
It's very possible.
I shit you not, the second she said that, every nerve in my body just relaxed.
Just chilled,
It was
because like,
amazing.
yeah,
It
because
was so wild.
she could have been 100% correct, and
Yeah.
it could have been the universe, the universe's way.
I do know now that that did have to do with the whole everybody's connected
Yes,
because it who knows? I mean, maybe nothing, but
it could have been nothing,
who
but
knows?
it might have been something,
Yeah.
right? And if it was gonna be something, thank God it wasn't, right?
Soon
Like,
as she said it, I was like, that just made me feel so much better. Thank you.
yes,
Like
because it
like
it
I it was like a
justified.
genuine thank you. You know,
Yeah,
like
no, 100%. Because I'm sure you're sitting there going, God, how could I have been so dumb? And how did I miss it
mhm.
so many times? Like, I looked in there all like 100 times, and this is ridiculous, and all this stuff. And you're just like sitting and living in that place. And then for somebody to give you that different perspective, and not necessarily a perspective that you wouldn't have come up with
Right,
yourself,
right.
right? But a different perspective in that moment, you're just like, that makes sense. That completely justifies me feeling like I'm going crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
something's wrong. Like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, I'm dumb, or how could I miss that, or whatever. But no, she's 100% correct. That you just never know.
Yeah.
You needed to be like, maybe you needed to leave when you wanted to leave
Mhm.
initially.
Ah, yeah, even that gives
You
me chills
know?
because, like, I had an original plan, but I got up early for some reason.
Mhm.
Like, I couldn't sleep, you know, like
Yeah.
that's really what it was, and like ended up leaving on time. Like, I don't know. That's
It's crazy.
that stuff just blows my mind.
No, it really does, and there, like I said, there's no telling. And it might, and it's possible that it didn't prevent anything, but it made something else possible.
It changed.
It could be either or.
I love this so much. I swear. Like, oh, there's so much to it. There's just so much to
Mhm.
it. It's. I mean, what do you call that? Like, we're talking about something.
I know it's not necessarily serendipity, right? Or
I never knew what that word meant.
it's kind of like chance,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna confirm because your girl knows, but I want to make sure that I know.
I just. I don't know. Well, you know, eh, I listened to. I've said this before. I think I told you about the guy Sean Ryan, and he had that priest on, and he said a lot of
Mhm.
things, and he's like, everybody has a guardian angel, and it like it was just came off to me in a certain way, like it's like that makes sense because
Yeah,
there's a
no,
lot
I
of things that happen in your life that it, you think back. If you have the ability to think back, you can realize what could have happened and what didn't. You know, like
no, yeah, 100%. I've always believed that each one of us have some sort of guide. Now, whether that's a guardian angel or just a spirit guide, or,
Hmm.
depending on culture and beliefs, things like that. Um, I've always thought that, and it was so funny because like earlier this year, I kept having this recurring dream, and if I've ever had recurring dreams in my life, I don't recall. So it's been a long time since I had a specific dream over and over and over, and it was driving me crazy, and it was so weird because it wasn't anything obvious. It was basically like me standing on some random porch, and a cat would come up on the porch and just sit next to where I was standing on the porch. And that's all the dream was, right? And I had it 5 times that I could recall, and every time the cat was different. It was a different color. So I was like, okay, this has to be something, right? Like, this has to be something. So
You
I
said it
was
was a
looking
different color
into,
every time.
yeah. So there was like one time it was black and gray, one time it was
What?
all white cat.
But it was the same cat,
It
just
was the same cat, and it was just different
like
colors in
same
each dream.
same soul, but different.
Yes, different colors. Same ears, same body type, shape, everything. Just different color in each dream. And it would just come up to the porch, and it was like dusk. It was like towards the end of the day when the sun would start to set, right? Not the other way around. So when I was digging into it, because I also believe that dreams do have meanings, not necessarily the ones that are too obvious, but I do think our subconscious is saying something, or spirits are trying to tell us something or something when we're asleep.
Hmm.
So when I was digging into it, it was talking about that basically it was my guide trying to remind me that even though on the outside I felt alone, that I wasn't, right? Like something still had my back, something was still there. And the fact that the cats were different colors was different guides for different parts. And it was so weird because when I was looking up the cat colors specifically, each one represented something that I personally was really struggling with at that time. Like I was going through a really, like, I was so discombobulated, like emotionally, and I felt unheard and unseen, and I felt left, and I like all these different feelings. But yeah, each color cat represented a different part that was aggravating me, and that's why I had a different color every dream. Right? So it wasn't just, oh, I feel stuck at my job and so I have a gray cat, right?
Hmm.
It was so many different levels of layers of like what I was feeling at the time, and I was just like it made me like this when I was reading about it, and I was like that makes so much sense. It almost felt like it just washed me clean.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
just felt like, okay, I get it. Thank you. Right? Like message received.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
love that.
less crazy. I feel less like cuz I'm like what do you want? Universe, do I need to go get a cat? Like what the fuck, right? Like do I need to go adopt a cat, or is there
It's like
like
it's like sometimes when you realize the obvious, it 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 relieves everything essentially.
yes. Yeah. And the fact that it was like towards the end, like the dusk was instead of sunrise, right? Meant that I felt like I had to close off from certain people to protect myself instead of opening up, right? And like all these different things. And I was like, that's fucking cool as shit, man. Whether you believe in that kind of stuff or you're down with that shit, man, it's really cool. And it did make me feel a shit ton better, but it was great.
I have dreams about snakes all the time.
Ooh. Okay. The same kind of snake, or just snakes are there? Do you interact with the snake?
They're always poisonous snakes. I know that.
So it's always like a dangerous, like
Yeah.
life-ending snake.
Yeah. And like it's been times where there's been a lot of them. It's been times where there's been just a few of them, maybe one. I just had one the other night, like 2, 3 nights ago.
Hmm. Okay. So it says usually that symbolizes hidden threats, toxic people, or deep-seated fears that you're currently dealing with in your waking life.
Mm-hmm.
So like something's like sneaking up on you that is life changing,
Yeah.
right? Because of the poisonous part. And it's saying that because venom harms quietly and from within, these dreams often point to an invisible stress or a deceitful relationship that you're not wanting to address or willing to address outwardly. So internally, you're internalizing that in your subconscious,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
It's so interesting, isn't it?
It really is. I always found that stuff fascinating.
Like and let's just pretend like we didn't have access to just all these meanings of
Right,
dreams,
right.
other interpretations of dreams. Um, but to have the same type of dream, like to have a snake dream so
Mhm.
many times, like what
Mhm.
is that?
If I wasn't looking it up and looking at, say, a hidden meaning, I would say that your that the snake is your animal guide and they're trying to reach you. If it's the same animal, right?
I was
Because
thinking. Go ahead. Sorry.
oh no, I was just gonna say just because that tends to like the Native Americans and stuff and those kind of cultures, they believed in the spirit guides more so than like God guides.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have an affinity for a particular animal or you dream about a particular animal, they said that's how you know who is your guide.
And you're when you looked it up, you said something about the people around you, and
Yes.
that kind of triggered into me like certain people around me or whatever. Kind
Like
of
a snake in the grass almost, right?
kind of made
Like
me think about work in a sense, but
yeah,
like my previous work.
right.
But
Because you don't have that no more.
yeah.
But no, I mean, and that, with the toxic people and stuff, to me, like it does kind of like with snakes and it being poisonous snakes, right? It does kind of feel like a, you're anticipating a betrayal of some kind,
Yeah.
right? Because the snake is notably, throughout the world, deceiving and,
Mm-hmm.
sneaky and, all those things and, two-faced. So it does read as like you anticipating somebody like turning on you almost.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
interesting.
if that's, do some deep inner thinking. And if that's the case, I would just either guard yourself or just show your ass and let it come out if it's going to happen or not. Right.
Just bend over and show that hole.
Yeah. And just do it and be like, look, I know you got to spread wide, you know,
Hell yeah.
spread wide so they can get a good face of it and just be like,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
do what you're gonna do, bitch,
Fuck
right?
yeah.
Because I'm not waiting around, right? And that's kind of the thing. That's kind of like the uh like fight or flight
Mm-hmm.
kind of response, right? Like, are you gonna wait around to be betrayed and screwed over, or are you gonna do something about it?
100%.
You know?
Well, it's been a wonderful episode. And I couldn't ask for a better co host. We have the greatest conversations. And we've been friends for a very long time.
We have.
So, everybody that's listening and everybody that will listen, I thank you.
Thank you. We love you.
Please subscribe. Please follow, like, share. Tell your grandma, tell your mom, tell your stepdad, even tell your side hustle.
Definitely the side hustle.
Your side bitch, I meant.
Absolutely. Definitely the side piece.
Exactly. Amanda, are there any last words?
I love you.
I love you as well.
Mwah.
This has been a fun episode.
It
We didn't really
has.
have anything to talk about because we've both been out of town and busy and,
Yep.
life.
Life.
But we did find the opportunity
We did. And that's
to come
what matters.
together and break bread.
Absolutely. Because that's what we do.
Thank you, everyone. This has been Reckless Banter.
Mwah.
We are out.